Hey everyone, my name is Tippi Shorter, and I'm here to share with you some of my favorite tips on how to enhance and care for your natural curls using T3 SinglePass half-inch barrel. My style of choice is a wash and go, but my curls are super inconsistent. I always love to enhance my curls, and I'm going to show you how to do it using the SinglePass iron. We've got 5 heat options here, and I've got super tight, coarse curls, so I am going to start. See how awesome that is? I'm going to start with heat number 4. I always recommend using a lower heat, trying it out on your hair. If you don't see the shine that you're looking for, then you bump it up with the heat. I never recommend starting at the highest heat. So when I wash my hair and I dry my hair using my Perfect Curl products, I always still get frizz. Sometimes I have a little heat damage. Sometimes I don't diffuse well. It happens. Curls are not consistent, but this allows me to have consistent curls as my finish. So to refresh my curls, what I typically do is I alternate from using the curling iron as a curling iron and as a wand. So I'm going to show you how I use it as a wand first. Holding the curling iron in my dominant hand, I hold it really close to my root area and I just simply wrap my hair around just like a wand. I count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually open the barrel a little bit to loosen that curl, and then I pull the curl right off the wand. I give it a little stretch, allow it to cool a bit, and then let it go. Look how gorgeous that is. If I could say so myself, look how gorgeous that is. All right, so I'm just gonna work through some of these frizzy pieces just to give myself some consistent curls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loosen it up a bit. Slide it off. Hold. And then let go. The reason why I count to 5, yours might be 10, it could be 2, but the reason why I count to 5 is because I want to make sure that I have the same size curl all the way through. Because remember, this is about having consistent curls. If I wanted a tighter curl, I wouldn't stretch it at the end, and I'll show you what I mean. So we can see how tight that curl ended up. And that's because I wrapped it around just like a wand, but instead of stretching it, I allowed my hair to take the form of the actual barrel itself. But because I want to give myself consistent curls, I'm going to keep going through and pulling them out. So when you are adding consistent texture to your natural curls, you can go same direction or you can alternate direction. This really depends on how full you want your hair. Now, I love my hair to be super full, so I love going to the right, to the left. And so this whole row that you just saw me do, I went in one direction. I'm now gonna move that out of the way, and the row just below, I'm gonna go in the opposite direction. Going in the opposite direction will help build more volume. Once I wrap the hair around, the reason why I open this up is because it's easier to slide the hair off. If I don't open it up and try to slide the hair off, 1, I might end up touching the iron and we don't want to do that. 2, I might get stuck on the end and we don't want to do that. So we want to just loosen up the hair a little bit by opening up the barrel and sliding the hair out. And let me just talk about this barrel really quick. I know that I'm showing you how to do my hair, but I would be remiss if I didn't share how amazing this thumb handle, finger handle is. Typically when you're working with a barrel size this small, the thumb handle is also super tiny and it takes a lot of dexterity to hold it. And this is super perfect because I can actually use it with every single finger. It's super lightweight, so I am loving everything about this iron. You're gonna hear me say that quite a bit, how much I love this iron. All right, so we see that we've got that consistency there. So if you remember, it started out as frizzy as this, and now I've got the consistent curls on this side, and I'm now just gonna move to this side. What I did promise you is showing you how to wrap it and how to use it as a curling iron. So on this side, I'm gonna show you how I would use it as a curling iron. So on this side, I actually wrapped it around the outside of the barrel, so it allowed me to open it. On this side, I'm actually gonna open the barrel and wrap it around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So since I can't open it to loosen up that curl, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scrunch the curl up, which then loosens it for me, and then stretch it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And just a little tip, if you're looking for a larger barrel, so if this is all you've got, and which by the way, if this is all you got, this is amazing because I can get 2 to 3 different types of curl with this iron. But you saw on this side, I wrapped it around the outside, which created bigger curls. Now I'm wrapping it on the inside, which is actually creating a little bit of smaller curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, scrunch, and then pull. Now I know your question is which style do I take? Do I wrap it around or do I open up the barrel? My recommendation is if you've got super smooth curls, wrap it around the outside. If you've got coarser curls, then you want to open it up, wrap it around, because what's going to happen is the heat that's on the top is going to help seal that cuticle. So you're going to get the heat from the inside as well as the outside. So if you've got coarser curls, you want to wrap it on the inside and close. And if you've got smoother curls, you'll wrap it around the outside. I'm a curly girl. I've got life damage happening to my hair. So not necessarily heat damage, but life damage. And that comes from pulling my hair back in a ponytail, pulling it behind my ear, pulling it up into a pineapple. So when we talk about pieces like this that are almost straight on the ends, I want to make sure at the very least, if everything is perfect, I'm always going to have these pieces that are always going to be a little straighter. So I want to make sure that I also hit this. But because this piece of my hair is straighter than the rest, I want to make sure I actually dial down the heat a little bit. So I am going to reset my heat and turn all the way off and then back on. So where I started at was on 4. Now I'm going to go to 3. And that's because this piece of my hair is susceptible to having heat damage. So I want to make sure that I'm dialing back on that. One, two, three, four, 5. Perfect. Good as new. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up with about 2 more pieces. And then I'm going to move to the back. The back of my hair is a whole different texture, period. It's just a totally different texture. It's a lot looser. And as a result, it makes my hair really, really flat. Now, you know, when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't see it, but I do get a ton of photos taken of me. And I ask my friends, why did you take that photo? Why did you post that photo? You saw how flat my hair was in the back. So guess what, guys? No more flat back. And just to show you what I mean, you see how full this is. The back is quite flat, and that's because it's a totally different texture. So I want to pump some volume into this back using this iron. Just going to take about 3 pieces here. I am taking larger sections because I need them to cover more area. I'm also alternating because I want it to expand. All right, now that I've set all of my curls, it's time to finish it. So I'm gonna dip my head over, do a little zhuzh, and come right back to you. All right, so thanks for joining me for my tips to help get consistent curls for my naturally curly wash and go.